This podcast is for informational purposes only. View the full disclaimer on the Benefit Connections webpage.
Welcome to the PSRS Peers Benefit Connection podcast. I am super glad you're joining today. But today, I just want you to know it's you and it's me this time. We're going to dive into something that's really easy to overlook, but it's incredibly important. That is your annual statement from PSRS Peers. Many members know these statements exist, but today I want you to go beyond just knowing that they exist and receiving it. I want you to understand it. I want you to understand why it matters, what the key details are to look for when reviewing your member statement, and how receiving it each year can help you stay on track for a secure retirement. Let's not just get our member statement every year, but let's truly understand it. PSRS Peers creates annual member statements for all members. These statements serve as a snapshot of your service and contributions throughout the previous school year. As we're talking today, you may be actively working in the 25-26 school year, but the statement you're going to receive will reflect the activity from the 24-25 school year. It's a look back, a record of your progress and service history up to that point. If today you're listening but also would like a visual, there is an example member statement that will be shown. But if you're just listening, just listen, and then you can look at your own member statement. Let's talk about what you're going to see when you open your annual member statement. It's going to be, number one, a multiple page document. But I'm going to walk you through it and give you highlights to exactly know what you're looking for. The first page is the cover page. It's going to say your personal member statement, and it reminds you that it is as of June 30th, 2025. You'll also see your name with your current address, and then over on the right-hand side, you will see your member number. This member number is helpful because if you ever want to contact us and not give out your social security number, this is your member number in our computer system, so we can easily look up your account. The next page that you'll see in your member statement is just a note about your member statement, and it reflects the purpose of it. Always read through it just for general information. But we are going to jump into the main page, which is page 3. Of all pages that I want you to look at, this is the main one. Not that I want you to disregard the other ones, but this is the main page I do want you to always focus on. When you look at this page, the very first top column gives you that exact overview of the school year. It gives you all the columns and references the most important information. It'll show you salary earned. This is your total retirement salary. It includes your base pay, or your pay, as you may say, for your position, any insurance benefits paid by your employer for you, and extra duties or additional work you may have also been paid for throughout the school year. Contributions paid. This is the total amount you personally contributed to the retirement system during the school year. Purchase payments received. If you made any payments to purchase service in the system, this shows the amount you paid as of June 30th. Interest earned. This is the interest that's been added to your contributions and interest as of June 30th, which is a 4%. Service earned. If you worked the full school year, you're going to see 1 year of service. That's the maximum you can earn in a year. If you maybe started mid-year or had some unpaid time off, then your service may be shown down to the 5th decimal place. Well, it's always shown to the 5th decimal place, but you may have numbers to the 5th decimal place of service. Lastly, service purchase. This reflects any service you bought during the school year. It ties directly to the purchase payments we've just talked about from prior. So your member statement is more than just numbers. It's a detailed record of your progress towards retirement. It's worth, like I said, taking a few minutes to review it each year and make sure everything is accurate. Now, that's not only the highlight of page 3. We have more under the tab called Service Retirement. You're going to notice that there's a statement that always reminds you that this is just a snapshot. It's not a personalized benefit estimate, which personalized benefit estimates you can run at any time by going into your online account or requesting from us. But it gives you a great overview of where you stand. Statements, though, are individualized or personalized per where you are in your career. As I go through today's discussion of an example member statement, I may not reference the exact details of what you're looking at on your specific statement. However, I'm hoping that I highlight the most intended that will reflect the majority of those who are looking at their statements. Always know if you have questions or something's not making sense to you, you can always call or contact in any way PSRS peers for more questions to be answered. All right, let's review this chart that I think is the meat and potatoes of this member statement. We're going to start on the left and we're going to move to the right. And always do that as you go per column, starting at the left, moving to the right. The first option is retirement options. You're going to see different retirement options depending on where you are in your career. You may see early, you may see age reduced, you may see normal, you may see partial lump sum option. For partial lump sum option, or it may also just say PLSO, it shows you the 3 choices that would go along with that partial lump sum option. The next column is your first eligible retirement dates. These are the first dates you're eligible for the retirement options that we just looked at. So again, going from left to right. Some of you may see some dates that are way off into the future, while others are going to see just a couple months away, maybe. And yes, the date may not line up with the end of the school year if that's when you were planning to retire. That's because our system doesn't know when you plan to retire, so it wants to show you the earliest month eligible. So if it says February, such as my example does, but you're thinking there is no way I could retire in the middle of the year and definitely not in February, that's okay. It just means you can retire any time after that date. I always think it makes you stand taller, be prouder, knowing that after that date, you're eligible to retire. Doesn't mean you should, just means you could. Next column, age at your retirement date. This is your age on that eligibility date, shown to the 5th decimal place. I mean, this is precise. It may actually be too precise. It may even make you feel older. Sometimes I just like to know my whole age, not my age to the 5th decimal place. Years of service. This shows you your projected service at that eligibility date. This is also to the 5th decimal place. It assumes you continue earning service at the same rate as you did the previous year. The next column, FAS. This one is always confusing. FAS actually stands for Final Average Salary. Final average salary is not your monthly benefit. It's your average salary over your 3 highest consecutive years of service. It's one of the key components used to calculate your benefit. That is one of the components in the benefit calculation. If your retirement eligibility is projected for the future, which most of us are unless we are currently eligible, it's also estimating your salaries for the future. And so it's projecting that salary by a 2% increase from what your last salary known to us was. Partial lump sum option. If you're eligible and it shows the partial lump sum or PLSO, this shows the lump sum amount you could choose at the beginning of your retirement. It'll show you the 12, the 24, and the 36. Reminder, this is a one-time lump sum taxable payment paid the first month of your retirement. You still receive monthly benefits, but they are reduced if you choose to take a lump sum of your retirement up front. Now, this is the column, lifetime single life monthly benefit. Projected monthly benefit. That is what this is showing. This is the estimated lifetime monthly benefit you'd receive if you are hitting that eligibility. Again, with the assumption of the final average salary and the years of service, this is what we're projecting that would look like at that time. I am going to scroll to a different projection page of a peers. I want my peers members to know they may see two columns, which has a lifetime monthly benefit projection for before 62 and after 62. And therefore, it's just showing you with that temporary benefit and without that temporary benefit. The very last column, monthly income replacement percentage. This is just kind of a helpful gauge. This final column shows the percentage of your pre-retirement salary your benefit would replace. So if it's saying 42.56% or 53.19%, that's how much of your income would be covered. That's how much of a percentage of your income would be covered with just your PSRS or peers benefit alone. Always know that this amount changes with the more years of service. The more years of service you have, the higher replacement income you will be replacing. And this is all packed into one page. But don't worry, there's even more information that we're going to highlight today. You have a page that's on survivor benefits as the column at the top. This section highlights something incredibly important. I hope that this is going to give you a peace of mind after reviewing and knowing what this is. It shows how your loved ones are protected in the event that you would pass away before you may reach retirement. If you've met the eligibility requirements, this page will show estimated options, assuming if you were to pass away before you get to retirement. No one makes the plans that they're going to pass away before they retire, but this gives you a powerful reminder of why keeping your beneficiary information up to date is so important. If you're ever unsure about who you've listed or what those benefits look like, don't hesitate to reach out. We're always here to walk you through and help you understand. Your annual statement isn't just about your future, it's also giving you that peace of mind today. It shows you that your contributions are never lost and that your loved ones are always protected. This jumps right into telling you the beneficiary designations. At the top, we are going to remind you of your current listings. So after reviewing the page 4 of telling you how it could be protected if you were to pass away, now you're seeing who you have listed. If it looks like the names that you have listed is exactly who you want, great. You did your job. You have your loved ones listed. But if you're looking at it and the names seem outdated, or you're like, I'm not sure why that's still there, or you realize you need to make a change, or maybe you don't even see anyone listed at all, then it's time that you want to take some action. It's very easy action. You can log in right now as you're listening and say, okay, I want to see who my beneficiaries are currently. You go to our website, you log into PSRS Peers website, and once you put in your login information under the web member services, you go to my membership section or tile or block. And then under that, you will see beneficiaries. It's quick and easy. You can go in there at any time and make sure your loved ones are updated as you would want them to be. It gives you that peace of mind, that protection. Moving forward, we talk about disability retirement. If you ever become disabled, unable to work in any capacity while you're an active member, you may be eligible for disability retirement benefits. This section shows an estimate of what that benefit could look like if that would occur. It's never something we plan for, but it's always, again, assuring to know that that's a part of your retirement system. Then we move on to service and salary history. Page 6 actually begins with your total service as of June 30th, 2025. So it's not counting anything that you may be currently working, but it's as of June 30th. And then it reminds you if you are vested or not vested. If you're vested, that means you've earned enough service, which is typically 5 or more years, to qualify for that future lifetime benefit. If you're not vested, that just means you haven't reached that milestone yet, but you're going to be on your way. Page 6 is also detailing you what's to come on page 7, which is going to be a full account listing of your service and salary history. Now, some account listings may be very short if you've only been a few years with us, or some, as the example shows, are extensive, many years. Again, there's 5 columns breaking it down. You're going to see the school year, and we'll go from the most current school year to all the prior school years below it. Total service earned in that school year. And again, if you've completed the school year, the max service is a year. If for some reason you didn't complete the school year or had time out without pay, it may show less than a year. Employer paid insurance. This is the amount of insurance paid for you by your employer. Total retirement salary, and that is including the employer paid insurance. Remember, total retirement salary is your pay for your position, insurance benefits paid by your employer, and any extra duties that you took on for that year. And then it will list the name of your employer that you worked for that year. It's important to note, if you see any discrepancies, especially on this listing, maybe a service looks off, you're like, I should have gotten a full year. I'm not sure why it's not showing that. Or your salary doesn't seem like it's the accurate amount. Your very first step is to talk with your employer. They're the ones that report the information to us. If any adjustments need to be made, we have an employer services team that also assist your employer in making adjustments if needed. We're all human, and sometimes errors happen, and that's why receiving your statement each year is so important. It helps to ensure your retirement record is accurate and up to date. Moving forward, we're going into the purchase and reinstatements page. If you have at least a year of service, this page provides an estimate of what the cost to purchase additional service under the basic purchase provision would look like for you. It's just a helpful tool. If you're considering adding in service to your account, this section is just showing you cost projections. You will need to investigate further if eligible to purchase under any provision, but this is just highlighting what the cost may look like for you. Again, it's always an investment to purchase, so this is just helping you plan or look into if that investment is right for you. Now, some of you, if you have applied for a purchase, meaning you submitted the application, the requirement documentation to verify that you have that eligibility, this section below will also show detailed information. You might see multiple listings if you have applied for more than one provision. You're going to have a column again showing you the type of purchase you applied for and how much you were eligible to purchase under that provision, how much you have actually paid for in service total, the total amount of service you're eligible to purchase under that provision, right? So how much you have and how much you have purchased, the amount of service you've already purchased, and any balance of service left if you would choose to purchase. Keep in mind, this information is as of June 30th. So some of you may have made a payment, let's say in September. It's not going to reflect on this statement. The statement shows progress within that school year. You can always keep current, again, with your information by logging into your online web member services account by going to our website, psrspeers.org. This section, though, is a great way to track if you're working towards purchasing service. It helps you plan ahead, helps you think about as you're moving forward. Oh, we're getting to the finale. The finale section is contributions and interest. At the top of this page, you're going to see how much you contributed to the retirement system during the past school year. I look at that and I think, wow, there's no way I could have ever saved that on my own. Right below that, you're going to see the interest that was earned on your account balance. Then there's a table. The table that compares the current, meaning the last full school year, the 24-25 school year, to cumulative overall. So you'll see in the 24-25, total contributions and interest, and then your cumulative contributions and interest. This is insightful information, but there's something important you need to remember is that your account balance, right? This account balance does not determine your lifetime benefit. It's a really common misunderstanding. Let me give you an example. My mom was a teacher for 30 years and has now been retired for 29 years. She's already received back everything that she's ever contributed or paid into the retirement system, and then some. In fact, she's received over 3 times or more what she ever originally paid in, and she's still kicking and going strong. That's the value of a lifetime benefit. It's not just about what you've saved. It's about the security of knowing you'll receive a monthly benefit for the rest of your life. The last page is a definition page. It's like a glossary because we know this is not something you deal with daily. So we are sure to clarify words and their meaning for ease and understanding. You can always go back to this as a reference. So there you have it, your annual member statement. Page by page, from service and salary history to your projected retirement benefits to survivor protection, contributions. This statement is just packed with all kinds of valuable information to help you understand where you stand and how to plan for your best future retirement. I do want to ask you again, one more action. I want you to take a few minutes to review your annual statement. You may be listening to this before you've actually received it. You may be listening to this after. You can access your annual statement at any time. They are out there on your online account to review. Actually, the past 5 years are out there for you to review at any time. But I want to call you to action. This is the year I want you to review it. Make sure your service and salary history look accurate. Check your beneficiary designations. If you're considering purchasing service, take note of where that looks like as a cost for you. And remember, your account balance is just one part of the picture. What really matters is the lifetime benefit you're building. If you have questions anytime or need assistance in understanding any part of your statement, don't hesitate. That's what PSRS Peers is here for. Reach out to us. We're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you to my listeners for joining. Be sure to check out our website for more information and stay tuned to the next episode of PSRS Peers Benefit Connection podcast. Have a good one.